Hey everybody, welcome to Leon's Chainsaw Parts and Repair. Today we are looking at a Homelite C-72 that is up for sale. We'll start with a little drive-by, show the condition. I have spent a decent amount of time on this one trying to clean up the paint as best as possible. You can see that process at a previous video. Failing to remember the title of that, but it's going to be, again, titled a C-72 and not that long ago. So obviously it's got some wear. It is not perfect, but it also doesn't look bad. So let's go through what we did. This thing had the starter and fan shroud off, had the fuel tank off so we could clean the gunk out as best as possible. It actually looks pretty good. A lot of parts that are unpainted have gone through the ultrasonic cleaner, including the flywheel, the screen, the starter components inside. It's got a new recoil spring. I almost forgot about that. And a new starter rope. Got a carb kit that we put in it. New fuel hoses, duckbill valve in the cap. Had a good air filter on it, just needed a grommet, so I threw one of my aftermarket setups on here, which works quite well. Okay, there it is. Even put the intake and reed assembly through the ultrasonic cleaner and got this thing cleaned out as best I could. It had a pretty good layer of old grease and sawdust and sap, and you know how these saws can get. What else? It's got a 404 sprocket on it. Rim sprocket. Standard 7 spline. 7 tooth and 7 spline, which means that yes, if you wanted to take this stubby bar off and put a 3/8 chain on, you could easily by changing that rim out. Probably easier than I'm having a time of aligning this air filter cover nut, which for whatever reason thinks, oh, I did this once before. Gotta get that grommet pushed down. And there it'll go. There we go. You just gotta be smarter than the average dipstick. You could put a 3/8 bar and chain on here, much bigger. This is what would have been considered a 17-inch bar. In reality, from the tip of the spike out, you got about 14.5 inches. This chain came on here. This is an Oregon 52 full chisel square grind. And it looks like it's almost due for a touch-up. But I'm not going to mess with it, because I just don't know what the next owner is going to do. This would make a decent display saw. Would also be a good runner. One thing to note, I would say that the upper muffler screw hole is probably stripped out in the cylinder because it's been upsized to a 1/4 inch stud right here. I have not had that apart, nor do I intend to. I don't need that kind of aggravation. It's fine the way it is for me. Couple neat labels I'd like to note. Barber's Small Engine Shop out of Hillsboro, Oregon. And Western Chainsaw Company out of Eureka, California. So this thing's made its way around the West Coast. Where it was from originally, I couldn't begin to tell you. I just think it's a neat survivor. So, let's take a listen. Sounds pretty good. Sounds pretty good. Looks pretty decent. I say, if you can live with a manual oiler, you could go out and cut a bunch of firewood with a much bigger bar than this. Or you could keep it drained and throw it on the shelf, and it would make a pretty damn nice display saw. You could even pick up a set of Joe's reproduction decals from Sugar Creek Supply. Even if you threw those on. Or not. It's up to you. Either way, this saw is for sale. Catch you guys on the next one.